Hi, Mr. Lee here. All right, this is number 25. Directions say find all zeros, and we have a pretty complex looking polynomial here. So we have to go through our steps of synthetic division, fully factor this to find our zeros. So the possible zeros are going to be P over Q. P is your last number, Q is your first coefficient. So because your Q here is 1, it'll just be factors of 18. So all your factors of 18 are here. We have to go down this line. Hopefully we get lucky and it's some of these more beginning ones. So we're going to start with 1. We're going to test if 1 is an actual 0. These are the coefficients of your original polynomial. So 1x to the 4th minus 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 12x plus 18. Okay, so go through your algorithm. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly, but you guys can, pause the video if you need to catch up. Add your way down, multiply, and then add your way down, multiply by the 1 again, negative 10 there, 2, and 20. So remainder was not 0. That means this was not a successful 0. Let's try a negative 1. One times negative 1 is negative 1. Add your way down. Multiply. Add. Multiply. Add. Multiply. Boom. There's one of them. Remainder was 0. That means one of the roots, or one of the zeros, is negative 1. Okay, so we can update our function as x plus 1. Right, because the root's negative 1. So x plus 1 times the rest of this right here. We should have a cubed, squared, power of 1, power of 0, right? So this is what? 1x cubed minus 3x squared minus 6x plus 18. We still have a cubic here. We're going to see if we can further factor this guy. So it's going to be coefficients, 1, negative 3, negative 6, 18. We can keep going down our line of the P over Q's, right? So we've already tested positive and negative 1. Let's try positive and negative 2. See what we get. So 1, 2, we're going to add our way down, multiply, add our way down, multiply. It does not equal 0. So we're going to try the next one, which is negative 2. Add our way down, multiply, add our way down, multiply, add our way down, multiply. That did not work either. So now we're going to try 3. Add our way down, multiply, add our way down, multiply, add our way down, multiply. Bingo, there we go. Remainder of 0. So we found another 0, which is a 3. And then this will be what it's the result after dividing it. So we can update f of x into x plus 1 stays the same. We found a new 0 of 3, so we can have it as x minus 3. And then this will translate to x squared plus 0x minus 6, which is the same thing as x squared minus 6. Okay, so we have 2 of the zeros, negative 1 and 3. We should be able to factor this further into this. This is a difference, well, not exactly a perfect square, but it is a difference. And you can treat your square root of 6 as a square root of 6, right? So square root of 6 squared is 6. So you can treat this as x plus root 6 times an x minus root 6. So again, not a perfect square, but we know that root 6 squared is going to be a 6. So we can write it as such. And there are all our zeros, right? If I make this 0, if I make your function value 0, your zeros should be a list of -1, +3, negative root 6, and root 6. Okay, so I'm listing the zeros, -1, +3, we have a negative root 6, and a positive root 6. And those should be your answers. Here's an edit. I just checked back my work. It doesn't change the result, but I did make a mistake in the synthetic division over here. Right, when we go 2 times -1, you should get -2, which makes this -8. -8 times 2 is -16, and then this becomes a remainder of 2. So again, still doesn't affect the result, but that was a typo or a miscalculation on my end.